Have you ever thought about whether the day you were born could shape who you are? Each birth date carries its own symbolic energy, giving rise to unique spiritual paths. Let's explore which spiritual archetype resonates with your birthday. The Endurer, born on the 1st, 8th, 15th, or 26th of any month. People born on these dates embody strength, drive, and determination. They are the kind of souls who stand firm when life becomes difficult, viewing challenges as stepping stones instead of barriers. Rather than being discouraged by hardships, endurers see them as fuel for growth. They believe every obstacle they conquer strengthens their character, like steel forged in fire. They often spend time reflecting on their struggles, using those lessons to find deeper meaning and purpose. Endurers don't just focus on their own progress. They inspire others through their resilience. Their steady presence encourages people around them to keep moving forward, no matter how tough life gets. They remind us that even in our hardest moments, we carry the power to overcome and emerge stronger. The Empath soul, born on the 2nd, 6th, 16th, or 23rd. These individuals are deeply sensitive and compassionate. They can easily sense what others are feeling, often absorbing emotions like sponges. Helping and comforting others comes naturally to them, but they must learn to balance their caring nature with self-care. Because they give so much, they risk emotional burnout if they forget to refill their own energy. Empath souls seek harmony, healing, and emotional understanding. Their path involves nurturing their inner world, so they can support others from a place of strength. They are gentle lights in a sometimes harsh world, reminding us how powerful kindness and compassion can be when shared sincerely. The Seeker, born on the 3rd, 9th, 18th, or 25th. Seekers are curious souls with an endless hunger for knowledge. For them, learning is not just a hobby, it's their life's calling. They dive into new ideas and experiences, then share the wisdom they gain with others. This makes them wonderful teachers, mentors, or guides. They see wisdom not only in books, but also in real-life experiences, turning each challenge into an opportunity to grow. However, they must remember to stay grounded in the present moment instead of getting lost in their quest for answers. Seekers light the path for others, showing that wisdom is a gift meant to be shared. The Artisan, born on the 4th, 10th, 17th, or 27th. Artisans carry the spirit of creativity and humility. They love transforming simple things into something beautiful and meaningful. Whether through art, music, writing, or craftsmanship, they see creation as a spiritual practice. Their work is infused with heart and soul, touching the lives of those who witness it. They remind us that creativity is not about perfection. It's about expressing our true selves. Artisans may struggle with self-doubt, but when they embrace their authentic vision, their creations become magical gifts to the world. The Mystic, born on the 5th, 7th, 19th, or 28th. Mystics are deep thinkers drawn to life's great mysteries. They have rich inner worlds and are comfortable exploring the unknown. Their journey is one of spiritual discovery, seeking to connect with something greater than themselves. They often turn inward, searching their own souls for insight and meaning. Rather than needing clear answers, mystics appreciate the beauty of mystery and the lessons hidden in uncertainty. They often become wise guides for others, offering spiritual perspectives that encourage deeper reflection. Though their path can be lonely or challenging, mystics remind us to look beyond the surface and seek truth within. The Hermit, born on the 11th, 24th, or 30th. Hermits value solitude, not as isolation, but as a way to connect more deeply with their inner selves. They find peace in quiet moments, away from noise and distractions. Through deep contemplation, they uncover personal truths and gain clarity about life. Hermits may seem reserved, but they are insightful and wise. They often share their understanding with others in meaningful, heartfelt ways. Their path shows that sometimes stepping away from the world can help us return with greater wisdom. The Guidelight, born on the 12th, 13th, 21st, or 29th. Guidelights are natural mentors who offer support, encouragement, and wisdom to others. They shine brightest in difficult times, helping people find hope and direction when things feel uncertain. Guidelights see teaching as a two-way street. While they guide others, they also remain open to learning from the experiences of those around them. They remind us that sharing knowledge can lift everyone together. The Rebel, born on the 14th, 20th, 22nd, or 31st. Rebels challenge outdated rules and question what most people accept without thought. They walk their own path, guided by authenticity and a desire for freedom. They speak out against injustice and work toward change, believing a better world is possible. Their journey is about discovering their true selves and breaking free from expectations. Rebels inspire us to be courageous enough to stand up for what we believe in and to live honestly. Now that you know the core essence of each archetype, let's journey deeper. Imagine each archetype not just as a label, but as a living story, a soul path shaped by the day you were born. These aren't just traits. They are life missions written in your spirit. The Endurer, carved by fire, born on the 1st, 8th, 15th, or 26th. The life of an Endurer is like a mountain trail, steep, rough, and breathtaking. They rarely receive shortcuts or easy routes. Yet, that is their gift, to become strong not because life is kind, but because they rise even when it is not. Endurers carry a quiet fire in their hearts. Every time life tries to break them, they grow more unshakable. They don't see struggles as punishment. They see them as a forge where their true spirit is shaped. Even when storms rage, they keep walking, and that unwavering strength becomes a lighthouse for others. To watch an endurer is to be reminded that human resilience is almost limitless. The Empath soul, heart of healing, born on the 2nd, 6th, 16th, or 23rd. Empath souls are the gentle hands that hold a broken heart together. They notice unspoken pain, hear emotions hidden between words, and care with a sincerity that can soften even the hardest edges of the world. Their souls glow with compassion, yet they must protect their light. Because they give endlessly, they sometimes forget that they, too, deserve rest, care, and love. When an empath learns to nurture themselves, their healing power multiplies. They become living proof that kindness is not weakness. It is strength in its purest form. Through their love, they make the world feel safer, softer, and more human. The Seeker, eyes on the horizon, born on the 3rd, 9th, 18th, or 25th. Seekers are wanderers of knowledge, endlessly curious about the world and the soul. They are drawn to hidden truths, ancient wisdom, and the deeper meaning behind everything. Each lesson they learn becomes a torch they hold out to others who walk in darkness. Their lives are libraries filled with hard-won truths. But seekers must remember that wisdom also lives in the present moment, in laughter, in stillness, in simply being. When they balance curiosity with presence, they become guides who illuminate both the path ahead and the beauty of where we stand now. The Artisan, the soul who creates, born on the 4th, 10th, 17th, or 27th. Artisans are dreamers who give form to the unseen. They can turn scraps into treasures, silence into music, and moments into memories. For them, creating is sacred. Each brushstroke, each note, each crafted piece carries a part of their soul. Their art becomes a bridge between the human and the divine, reminding others that beauty is all around us if we dare to create it. Artisans may doubt their worth, fearing their work is enough. But when they let go of perfection and create from authenticity, they awaken magic that touches hearts. The Mystic, the soul between worlds, born on the 5th, 7th, 19th, or 28th. Mystics are seekers of the unseen. They drift through life with quiet depth, always listening for the whispers of the universe. They don't fear mystery. They embrace it. While others demand answers, mystics sit peacefully with questions, knowing that wonder itself can be sacred. They often walk alone, not because they dislike people, but because silence helps them hear what others miss. Through this silence, they gather fragments of cosmic truth, and when they speak, their words can feel like ancient echoes. Mystics remind us that life's greatest treasures are often invisible, waiting for those willing to look inward. The Hermit, the soul of stillness, born on the 11th, 24th, or 30th. Hermits are keepers of quiet wisdom. While the world rushes ahead, they pause, observe, and listen. In solitude, they discover truths hidden beneath noise. Their stillness is not loneliness. It is a sacred space where they meet their own soul. They are like deep wells. From the surface they seem calm, but within lies vast, reflective depth. When they choose to speak, their words are few but powerful, like seeds of insight. Hermits show us that retreating inward is not retreating from life. It is a way to return to it wiser. The Guidelight, the guiding flame, born on the 12th, 13th, 21st, or 29th. Guidelights carry the spirit of mentorship. They walk through life with hands outstretched, ready to lift others when they stumble. They shine brightest during life's darkest storms, when hope feels distant. Their strength lies not only in their advice, but in their ability to truly listen. They understand that wisdom flows both ways, from teacher-student and student back to teacher. Guidelights are proof that guidance is not about control, but about empowering others to find their own path. The rebel, the spirit of change, born on the 14th, 20th, 22nd, or 31st. Rebels are the souls who refuse to accept this is how it's always been. They question, challenge, and dare to imagine something better. They may walk alone, but their independence is their power. When they see injustice, they speak. When they see walls, they break them down. Their mission is not chaos. It is liberation. They remind us that change begins when someone dares to be different. Rebels carry the torch of transformation, lighting the way toward a freer future. Imagine for a moment, before your first breath, before your first heartbeat, a silent thread of destiny was gently woven into your soul. The day you were born was not random. It whispered something about who you would become, a seed of purpose planted in your spirit. Across time and cultures, people have believed that each birth date carries a subtle energy, a spiritual blueprint, shaping how you see the world, how you face trials, and how you shine your light. In this journey, we will walk through these archetypes together. Listen closely, and you might just hear your own soul calling your name. The endurer, transition. As our journey begins, we meet the endurer, souls who rise where others fall, who find strength in struggle, who turn obstacles into stepping stones. They walk through fire not to burn, but to become the fire. The empath soul, transition. Next, we cross paths with the empath soul, their hearts wide open, their presence a soft balm for weary spirits. They teach us that true strength is not hard like stone. It is gentle like water, carving valleys over time. The seeker, transition, then come the seekers, eyes lifted to distant horizons. They wander through worlds of wisdom, gathering truths like stars to guide others home. They remind us that curiosity is the compass of the soul. The artisan, transition. We then arrive at the realm of the artisans, souls who paint the unseen, who weave beauty into threads of everyday life. They whisper that creation is not about perfection, but about daring to let your spirit speak. The mystic, transition. Beyond the known lies the path of the mystic, deep thinkers who walk between worlds, finding sacred meaning in silence and shadow. They remind us that mystery is not emptiness. It is the breath of the universe. The hermit, transition. In the hush of stillness, we meet the hermit, guardians of quiet wisdom, who journey inward to return with light. They teach us that solitude is not absence. It is where the soul becomes whole. The guidelight, transition. Emerging from silence shines the guidelight, steadfast hearts who illuminate the paths of others, offering hope when the night feels longest. They remind us that guiding someone is not leading them. It is walking beside them until they find their way. The rebel, transition. And finally, we stand with the rebel, a spark of defiance glowing in their eyes. They break the chains of normal, daring to imagine a world reborn. They remind us that change begins as a single heartbeat, saying, "No more." Each of these archetypes carries a sacred thread, and you carry one of them within you. Your birth date did not choose your destiny, but it may have gifted you the tools to shape it. Perhaps you're the fire that endures, or the heart that heals, the mind that seeks, the hands that create, the soul that questions, the spirit that listens, the voice that guides, or the storm that transforms. Whatever your path, remember this: the world needs your light. Not a perfect version of you, but the real, radiant, unstoppable you. So walk your path boldly. Honor the archetype that beats in your soul. Because when you rise into who you were born to be, you give others permission to rise too. And that is how one soul can change the world, before your first cry echoed in the world, before your first heartbeat pulsed in the silence, a subtle thread of destiny was gently woven into your spirit. Your birth was not random. It carried a hidden message about who you might become, a seed of purpose quietly planted in your soul. Across cultures and centuries, people have believed that the day you were born carries a sacred energy, a spiritual blueprint shaping how you face challenges, how you walk through life, and how you shine your light. Tonight, let us walk together through these soul paths, and perhaps along the way, you will discover the archetype that has been whispering within you all along. The archetypes, the endurer carved by fire, born on the 1st, 8th, 15th, or 26th. Our journey begins with the endurer, those who stand tall when life grows heavy. They do not crumble under pressure. They rise, stronger after every fall. Endurers see obstacles not as punishments, but as tests that forge them like steel and fire. Each struggle becomes fuel for their transformation. They reflect on their battles, seeking meaning in every scar. They inspire others simply by surviving and continuing forward. When darkness closes in, the endurer is the one who keeps walking and shows everyone else that they can too. They remind us that resilience is not a shield. It is a flame. The empath soul, heart of healing, born on the 2nd, 6th, 16th, or 23rd. Empath souls are hearts wrapped in human form. They can feel emotions that others hide behind smiles. They give warmth, comfort, and quiet understanding. But in their eagerness to heal others, they sometimes forget to heal themselves. Their lesson is to balance compassion with self-care. When they nurture their own hearts, their light becomes even brighter. They teach us that gentleness is not weakness. It is strength in its softest form. Through love, they transform the world around them. The seeker, eyes on the horizon, born on the 3rd, 9th, 18th, or 25th. Seekers are eternal students of life. They walk with curiosity as their compass and wonder as their guide. They hunger for wisdom, gathering truths from books, from journeys, and from hardship. Each insight they gain becomes a torch, lighting the way for others. Yet their greatest challenge is staying present, not getting lost in the chase for answers. When seekers balance knowledge with presence, they become wise guides who remind us there is beauty not only in what lies ahead, but also in where we stand. The artisan, the soul who creates, born on the 4th, 10th, 17th, or 27th. Artisans are the dream weavers of this world. They see magic in the mundane and transform ordinary moments into works of beauty. Their creations carry fragments of their soul, brushstrokes of feeling, threads of memory, notes of wonder. For them, art is not a product. It is a prayer. They may wrestle with self-doubt, but their gift blooms when they let go of perfection and create from authenticity. Artisans show us that creation itself is an act of courage, and beauty is born from truth. The mystic, the soul between worlds, born on the 5th, 7th, 19th, or 28th. Mystics walk between worlds. They are drawn to silence, shadow, and stars, while others search for answers. Mystics embrace the questions themselves. They explore the hidden layers of reality, peering beyond the visible and listening for whispers of the divine. They're often solitary, not from loneliness, but because stillness is where they find truth. Mystics teach us that mystery is not emptiness. It is the breath of the universe, waiting to be heard. The Hermit, the soul of stillness, born on the 11th, 24th, or 30th. Hermits are keepers of quiet wisdom. While the world runs, they pause. While others speak, they listen. In solitude, they find clarity. In silence, they meet their soul. They're like deep wells, calm on the surface, vast beneath. Though they often walk alone, they carry treasures of insight to share with those willing to listen. Hermits remind us that stepping back is not turning away from life. It is how we return to it wiser. The Guidelight, the guiding flame, born on the 12th, 13th, 21st, or 29th. Guidelights are born to lift others. They shine brightest during storms, offering hope when skies grow dark. They walk beside others with patience and care, never controlling, only empowering. They see teaching as sacred exchange, learning as much as they give. Guidelights remind us that the strongest way to lead is to walk with someone until they find their own strength. The rebel, the spirit of change, born on the 14th, 20th, 22nd, or 31st. Rebels carry lightning in their hearts. They do not accept this is just how things are. They challenge the old, speak against injustice, and dare to dream of something better. They walk alone if they must, but never in silence. Rebels are not destroyers. They are builders of new worlds. They teach us that change is born. The moment someone whispers, there must be another way. Each of these archetypes carries a sacred thread, and you carry one of them within you. Your birth date did not lock your fate, but it gifted you the tools to shape it. Perhaps you're the fire that endures, or the heart that heals, the mind that seeks, the hands that create, the soul that questions, the spirit that listens, the voice that guides, or the storm that transforms. Whatever your path, know this: the world needs your light. Not a perfect version of you, but the real, radiant, unstoppable you. So rise into who you were born to be, because when you awaken your true self, you give others permission to awaken too. And that is how one soul can change the world. As our journey through the spiritual archetypes comes to a close, pause for a moment and breathe. You have just walked through a tapestry of human spirit, a mosaic of strength, compassion, curiosity, creativity, mystery, stillness, guidance, and change. These are not just distant symbols or abstract ideas. They are living sparks, and one of them burns inside you, from a fire of the endurer who rises through every trial, to the tender heart of the empath who heals through love, from the endless curiosity of the seeker, to the radiant imagination of the artisan, from the quiet depth of the mystic, to the reflective calm of the hermit, from the guiding presence of the guidelight, to the fearless spirit of the rebel. Each archetype carries its own sacred purpose, and though their paths are different, they are all threads of the same vast design, a reminder that every soul has something unique to offer this world. Perhaps as you listened, one of these archetypes spoke louder than the rest. Perhaps you felt your heart leap at a certain description, as if hearing an echo of yourself. Or perhaps you recognized pieces of many, a spark of the rebel, the patience of the hermit, the fire of the endurer, and the compassion of the empath, woven together to create your own beautiful pattern. That is the real secret. You are not limited to just one path. You are a living blend of qualities, growing and evolving through every experience. Who you are today is not the final version of you. It is just the current chapter of an ever-unfolding story. And the world desperately needs that story. It needs the resilience of those who rise, the kindness of those who care, the courage of those who create change, and the light of those who guide. It needs you. So carry this truth forward. Your birth date may have whispered your first direction, but only you can decide how brightly you will shine. No challenge can erase your spark. No doubt can diminish your worth. No fear can silence your soul when you choose to rise. You were not born to blend in. You were born to become fully, fearlessly yourself. And when you do, you'll become the very proof that inspires others to do the same. So as this video fades, let this message stay with you. You are powerful. You are needed. And your presence here matters more than you know. Honor the light you carry. Nurture it, protect it, and share it with courage. Because somewhere, someone is waiting for the spark that only you can ignite. This is not the end of the journey. It is only the beginning. Go forward with an open heart, a steady spirit, and the knowing that you are part of something vast and beautiful. Your path is calling, and the world is ready for your light.